We're with you in a moment.
Oh, that's right, mate. Got all the time in the world.
$500, $550, $600.
Never know when your number's up, do you?
I was on a course at Hendon with him.
What's that to do with it? He's a copper, isn't he?
We were in the same class. We played rugby together.
I don't know what the world's coming to.
I mean, what kind of crazy lunatic's going to shoot for no reason at all? Just because you're a copper?
Well, some wicked slag, all right.
Kathy, did you hear about this shooting in Barton Street?
Yeah.
Fellow was a mate of mine.
Going south on Renton Way. ETA 02 seconds.
Halfway along Tosh, next turning on the
Got
right.
it, know what it is. We're right behind you, following you in. Go to it, my son.
Mr. Marsden?
Yes,
You said a robbery.
I said I thought I was going to be robbed.
Who are all these people? Right, find out who are witnesses, get the rest out of here.
Come on, mate.
Well,
I think you better take a look at this. Be careful, it's loaded.
how do you know it's loaded?
I checked it just before you came. There's some jewellery in there as well.
Well, it is Monday morning.
Nasty business.
Yeah, very nasty.
Married, isn't he?
Wife, 2 kids.
Yes, dreadful business.
Any suspects in for it?
Well, I've tried finding out. But as you can imagine, they're up to their eyeballs in it at the moment.
I was just going to say, if they need any extra troops.
I've already sent some of the lads over.
Oh, good. Well, keep us informed of any developments, will you?
Will do, sir.
All right, thanks very much. Derek, I don't want this business affecting morale. All right?
Well, it's only naturals.
Nevertheless, I want everybody kept on their toes.
Typical Monday morning. They've either done all their money on the horses, or they've had a few winners over the weekend and they're back here to collect the family silver.
I know the feeling.
That's him.
Has he ever been here before?
I don't think so.
But you're not sure?
I know people as the Rolex man, the diamond ring man, the silver service lady. If I could place this guy with some item, I could look him up in the book.
You say he must have been disturbed.
Yeah, you'll see it in a second. There. There you are. You know him?
Yeah. We know him, all right.
260 the Broadway.
Oh, you to tell me what's right and what's wrong. He says to me, he says, listen, Sophie.
Yeah. Hey, Sophie. Come on, now.
I lived Islington Green 30 years. You remember the musical?
Not that.
How long are you going to be, Hollis? Can't you see
Do
I'm busy?
I remember the musical?
Hollis, can't you keep her quiet? Can't I just bin her and forget about her, Sarge?
My grandfather worked the gas lights 25 years, for heaven's sake. So, me and this gentleman
No,
were
Sophie, I've not that one. It's a little
like
bit
old
naughty.
friends.
Oh, don't want to swap, do you?
Another one for the funny farm, eh?
Yeah, right.
He says, maybe your grandfather knew Mari
Oh,
Lloyd.
Reg, you done half pick him, didn't you, eh?
Yeah, don't I just?
Mari who? I said.
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Can I have a word, Sarge? Sure. I was thinking about this guy who got shot.
Yeah?
Well, he was a mate of mine. I was thinking about a collection, maybe a couple of quid each.
What for?
For his family.
What good's that going to do?
Help out.
We've got a welfare department for that, haven't we?
Yeah.
I appreciate your concern, but when it comes to collections, Hollis takes care of that.
Well, this is one I'd like to do myself.
Because it's a mate.
Yeah.
If it was someone else that got shot, would you still be as concerned?
Okay. So you don't want to give anything?
Don't get cheeky with me. You better leave.
Court 1 a week from today at 10 a.m. If you have any queries, the
Come
arresting
this way.
officer will answer your questions.
Bad blood in the family you don't want to know about. Incorrupt.
To an end all too soon. Cricket to an end all too
You
soon.
ask me, why should I know?
11. Next. Come on, son.
It puts brother against brother. And I should know. There again. I blame Rebecca.
What have we got?
She should never have married outside her religion.
Criminal damage.
I told her a million
Criminal
times.
damage.
I said, don't marry outside
And
your
assault
religion.
against
It's
police.
bad luck.
All right, well, maybe we could forget the
I
assault
said,
against police.
look at young Paul. Now, there's an example for you. Eyesight gone, bald as a grapefruit.
Can we borrow Hollis for a few minutes, please?
Please do.
Tar, come on. Now.
Mind you, I blame his mother.
I couldn't agree more.
Chief Inspector Rawlings,
The
please.
Browning
Anna.
9mm automatic, serial number
Ron.
215.
Frank Burnside.
34656.
Here, listen, Ron. I think we might have one over here. Could interest you.
I was delivering lists of stolen watches, right, from the Ironman's job. I'd already delivered about half a dozen when this scatty old bird throws a brick at me.
It missed.
Well, yeah, it missed. Went straight through George Witter's window, done all his greengrocery.
The pawnbrokers, you remember going in there?
Yeah, of course I do. What is all this about, Tush?
You'll see.
No, it's more likely the suspect went into the pawnbrokers to knock out a bit of Tom, had a touch of the seconds, and then had it away on his toes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ron.
No, what? No.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll let you
Yeah,
know
I've
if
got
there's any
that.
developments my end. How'd that suit you?
Would somebody mind telling me what this is all about?
Shh.
Hey?
Look, I'm going to arrange for the pistol to be sent down to the lab for a comparison check.
At the moment, sir, it's just a routine
yeah, but I won't
inquiry.
be able to do anything today. Up to their ears. Well, in that case, why don't you let your
Yeah.
exhibits man liaise with our Socko?
Yeah, certainly, sir. I'll get back to you on that.
Well, look, I'll try and come up
Thanks
with
a
some
lot for your help.
suspects. If I do
Ta-da.
get anything, I'll get back to you.
Any joy?
A little ray of sunshine?
Yeah, cheers.
How is he?
2 bullets in the guts. How would you feel?
Have they got a suspect?
Yeah, aged about 20. Got away on a motorcycle.
Our man?
Well, when they've checked out the gun at the lab and compared it with the bullet from the scene, we'll know, won't we? What you got?
Well, according to military records, the pistol was issued to a Sergeant Keith Jackson. It was reported missing by Jackson during a military exercise on Salisbury Plain in 1983, 4 years before Jackson retired.
Retired? Where is he now?
Well, 124 Goodhart Gardens, would you believe?
What, our manor?
Mm-hmm.
Any convictions?
No, none. He's a widower aged 53, draws benefit to supplement his ill health pension.
Hardly antecedents for a villain.
Would somebody please tell me what all this is about? Huh?
Look, run through this with him now.
Yes, go. Come on, Reg.
The interesting thing is, there have been 7 burglaries in Goodhart Gardens in the past couple of weeks.
But not his place, right?
Ah.
Pay him a visit. Take Tosh with you. Play it by ear. But if there's the slightest suspicion...
I'll bring him in.
Come on. Put this on, will you? Cheers.
You can have your wicked way with me, are you, or something like that?
Maybe you should be so lucky. Now, come here. Now, Reg, I want you to sit down here and make yourself comfortable. There's a good boy.
What are we going to see, Dirty Harry?
You, my friend, are going to help us solve a crime.
Ah, that's the pawnbrokers, isn't it?
Full marks.
Yeah, well, I was in there this morning.
Now, just watch the screen and tell us what you see.
Hey, that's me, right? Star quality.
You'd have had star quality, all right, if that geezer would have turned around and pumped some into you.
What do you mean? Is there something you're in telling me?
Did you notice that geezer in the motorcycle gear?
What geezer in the motorcycle gear?
Is there really any point in me going over it again?
Think carefully. When you went into the shop, who did you see?
There was a guy with a Rolex, and there was a woman with a clock. I remember both of them. Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Anybody else?
No.
Not the fella in the motorcycle gear and the Ray-Bans.
What fella in the motorcycle gear and the Ray-Bans?
Oh.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Hollis. You're a police officer meant to be trained to observe. You must have seen it.
Would you think it might help if you told me what all this is about?
He had a loaded gun on him. We think he was about to commit a robbery until you disturbed him.
You're kidding.
If it helps to remember, You may have been a hair's breadth away from being gunned down by the very same fella who shot the copper on Barton Street Manor last night. Think about it. Mr. Jackson?
Yes?
Sarge,
What's the matter, Reg?
I've got to talk to somebody.
The wife died after I came out of the army. I miss it very much. Were either of you in the forces?
What about these burglaries, Mr. Jackson?
Oh, we've been very lucky. One of the few houses in the street that hasn't been done.
Why do you think that is?
Pardon?
How come they gave you a miss?
Sonny.
Next door's been broken into several times.
Ah, well, they're out at work. Part-time, you see. Ah. And you didn't hear anything on those occasions?
Nope. Well, I'm deaf, you see. I have a hearing aid, but I don't always use it. Rather vain in my old age, I'm afraid.
Is that why you were medically discharged from the army?
Yes. How did you know that?
This morning we recovered some of the property reported stolen from these break-ins.
Congratulations.
Mr. Jackson, you say this property's never been broken into?
No. Never.
You've had nothing stolen?
No.
Do you own a motorcycle, Mr. Jackson? Oh, you heard that all right, then?
I'm not completely deaf.
Well?
Well, what?
Do you own a motorcycle?
No. Why all these questions?
Amongst the property we recovered this morning was a 9mm Browning automatic.
Yes.
Your gun, Mr. Jackson. The one the army issued to you.
It's impossible.
Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
Coincidence? It's incredible. Well, I never. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, you don't think... You can't be serious.
Mr. Jackson, I have a search warrant for this address.
I've been up against people with shooters before, Sarge. Each time I've thought this is it. And it never has been. And that copper getting shot last night. It's a terrible thing. I never really thought that much about it till this morning, and Greg made me realise it could easily have been me. I couldn't stop shaking. I went to pieces.
Signs of post-traumatic stress. Maybe it's been lying dormant.
I don't know what come over me.
Probably took something like that incident this morning to trigger it off.
I ain't a coward, son.
I know you're not a coward, Rich. I think you should see a psychologist.
Seen enough?
We didn't find anything.
He's not a villain, Gov.
He doesn't have to be a villain, does he?
Look, Gov, Jackson's not our man. He's not a killer.
He was in the army. They teach you to kill in the army, don't they?
Jackson would help if he could. He's that kind of guy, you know, Mr. Joe Public.
What about his daughter?
University dropout. She's too lazy to squeeze toothpaste out of a tube.
Right. This is what you do. You go back there, you take the gun, and you question him again. And if he doesn't come up with the right answers, you drag him in here.
You'll get nowhere that way, not with this man.
Oh, yeah? We'll see what kind of soldier he is when he's had a couple of hours in the interview room. Right.
Hey! I've been looking for you two. I'm making a collection for me mate who got shot.
It's soon, isn't it?
It's never too soon, Kat. How much you got so far? About a tenner. I would have got more, only a certain sergeant was reluctant to put his hand in his pocket.
Look who's talking. I can remember the last couple of times you were asked to put your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, that's right. You did a movie, didn't you? Yeah, well, I was skint. I hope this isn't conscience money on your part. What do you mean by that? Well, it's a bit out of character, isn't it? I don't believe this. That fella could die. We're talking family here, Quinnan. Yeah, OK, I'm only joking.
Anyway, why isn't Hollis doing it?
Well, he's not feeling too good. Touch of food poison.
Maybe we should have a collection for him as well.
Yeah, very funny. You gonna give or not?
Yep, look, there you go.
Couple of quid.
Listen, just for a moment, listen. Is this your gun?
Yes. Yes.
Right, now, I want the truth.
I've told you the truth.
You have not told me the truth. It's too much of a coincidence that this gun was reported stolen on Salisbury Plain in 1983.
I'm telling you the truth.
And then turns up half a mile from your doorstep.
Listen to me, Mr. Jackson. This PC pops into a transport cafe on his way home for some facts, right? The owner of the cafe's having a barney with some geezer dressed in motorcycle gear. The owner of the cafe says to the geezer...
I don't own a motorcycle.
Listen.
I can't even ride one.
Will you listen?
The owner of the cafe says to the geezer, calm down, mate, the old Bill's over there, I don't want any trouble. So this geezer, he gets up and goes over to the PC. Are you the old Bill, he says. The PC says, who's asking? So this geezer, he calmly gets out his gun and he goes bang, bang. And then he very calmly walks away.
That PC could have been any copper. It could have been me, it could have been him. That copper just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, that villain must have got the gun from somewhere.
How would you feel, Mr. Jackson, if that gun was yours? I'm sorry. Hello, yeah? No, he's not available, no. Ring back later. My battalion was on exercise. Salisbury Plain. Everything went wrong for us. An observer described it as a disaster. I took advantage of the confusion, hid the gun, and reported it missing. Later, I smuggled it home and kept it hidden under my pillow. I realize now it was a silly thing to do. A silly thing to do?
The house was broken into.
No. Then how come it was found when it was?
Paula, I'm sorry. I have to tell them.
You don't have to tell them anything.
But you shouldn't have taken the gun!
You've betrayed me. Your own daughter!
Paula! Paula!
You silly cow!
Forget it, we've got no chance now.
Did you get the number?
Yeah, I got the number.
Well?
Hollis suffering from post-traumatic stress.
I think you should see a psychologist.
Are you sure he's not trying to work a quick one?
Now, this is the kind of thing that used to be ignored in the past, but we can't brush it under the carpet like we used to.
No, I'm not saying we should.
Where is he now?
I sent him home.
Well, I better place him sick.
I think that'd be a mistake. Other officers would start to ask questions and maybe come up with the wrong conclusions.
Well, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
A discreet appointment with the force's psychologist, that's all that's needed. Just needs to talk to a professional, that's all. He's going to be all right.
The motorcycle is a Harley-Davidson Sportster 1200.
Hey, Sarge, Hell's Angel, eh?
The Sunhill chapter.
Registered to
Follow me. Yes,
Martin
Sarge.
Tetchley, 37 Crampton Way.
If he knows we got his number, he's not going to go home, is he?
Got to start somewhere. Look.
Let's go. All units in vicinity. Hey, watch it, get me.
Nice. Stay where you are. All right, pal. Just keep still. Just keep still. There's an ambulance on its way. You're gonna be all right. Just keep still. Don't move.
Has he said anything?
No, but they're definitely the two that have been doing the burglaries.
Does he know she's dead?
Yep.
What, no remorse?
Not a flicker. That is one cold, calculating git.
How'd he get the scar? When he killed the old lady on the crossing?
Shouldn't have got in the way, should she?
The judge thought different.
Garfield, outside.
Yes, sir.
I'd like you to witness what I'm going to say, please.
Right.
Thank you. It's important. Paula stole a gun from her father. She gave it to you. I believe this to be the same gun that was used in the attempted murder of an off-duty police officer last night. The same gun that you abandoned at the pawnbroker's this morning. You don't have to say anything, Petchley, unless you wish to do so. But anything you do say may be taken down and used in evidence. Do you understand the caution?
What are you doing here? I thought you went off sick.
No, it was just a little tummy bug. I'm okay now. What are you up to?
I'm just making a collection for the copper who got shot last night.
Yeah, well, do you mind? What's up? Well, this is my job. Okay,